been revealed that high schools are using AI-detector tools to catch alleged AI cheating, but they're not always getting it right, with some students being wrongly accused. ABC Audio Current Affairs reporter Julia Bergen joins us now. Julia, you've been investigating this issue pretty closely. What have you found?
I spoke to multiple New South Wales public high school students who said they were wrongly accused of AI cheating. I also spoke to their parents, and that included one father who wound up in a 6-month saga with the New South Wales Department of Education and the New South Wales Ombudsman when he decided to take on his son's school. Now, he had 3 main issues. The first, that the school was using AI detector tools at all. The second, that his Year 12 son had been wrongly accused of AI cheating as a result. And third was the process that followed. So both for his son having to prove that he wasn't a cheat and for himself trying to lodge a complaint. So what happened was an AI detector tool, which the school later determined was wrong, flagged his son, this student, as having AI-generated work. The student was then pulled out of school, pulled out of class, held back after school to address those allegations. And by his account, he was sat in a classroom with 2 teachers, grilled, and then made to source every sentence in his 3,000-word assignment. His parents weren't told about any of this, and that's when his father decided to go to the New South Wales Department of Education and lodge a complaint. Now, the ABC has seen correspondence between the father, the school, the department and the New South Wales Ombudsman, and basically the school said it answered to the department said AI policy was a matter for the school, and the Ombudsman said it could do nothing while the department investigated. The outcome of all of this was the school did get it wrong. So the student didn't cheat, he didn't use AI, but 5.5 months later, the department concluded that both the school and itself had, quote, acted in line with relevant department procedures.
Julia, you mentioned AI detector tools. Are schools allowed to use them?
In New South Wales, they are allowed, but the ABC understands that they're not recommended. And that information currently is not published on the New South Wales government website. It used to be. A few months ago, it read, and I quote, "There are currently no tools that can reliably detect AI-generated content, and their output should not be used as evidence of student use of generative AI." Now, what's interesting to note in that correspondence I mentioned earlier, the New South Wales Department of Education told the father that it didn't publish that advice until after he made his complaint. And he made his complaint in May this year, but according to Web Archives, it was published on the government website more than a year before that and remained for months after. Now, we put all of this to the Department of Education and it wouldn't comment on the changes, the timing, or any of the specific allegations. But in a statement to the ABC, it said that AI detector tools were not there to replace human judgment.
Is this something that's widespread? What other cases did you hear about or find in your investigation?
Yeah, as I said, I spoke to multiple students and parents, and for the students, they said the experience was things like having these AI allegations made in front of their entire class, receiving immediate zeros, having to have these long meetings with staff members, often multiple staff members, to try and prove that the technology had it wrong. And they also reported that they were being actively discouraged from contesting these cheating claims. For the parents, they said they were kept in the dark about all of this, and when they tried to appeal or intervene on their child's behalf, the schools didn't receive it well.
That would have a big impact on students, having allegations like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of them said, it was humiliating, it was stress-inducing, they were incredibly anxious, they were fearful that it would happen again. And beyond that, the impacts were reputational as well, so damage to their academic record. And beyond that, in the schoolyard. So these allegations making them the subject of all manner of wild rumours. And so, yeah, unanimously they said the experience was not a good one.
And so what do you sort of see as the solution here?
Well, look, AI cheating is a big issue, not just in New South Wales public high schools, but nationwide in all educational institutions, universities, TAFE, you name it. So what experts are saying, though, is that Australian educational institutions need to stop trying to catch AI cheats, because the job of assessing a student is to ascertain whether they're learning or not. And The current approach at the moment is very much institutions, states, territories going at it on their own, trying to forge their own policy, and what experts would like to see is coordinated national action.